Okay. All right. Well, good evening. My name is Mary Jo Rondo, and I am the instructor at COOR ISD for Cosmetology program. Hoping to have a few people on tonight, get some questions answered about our programs. Um, Lindsay's here. She's going to be my director and slide my slides along. Um, our program is going to be located in Roscommon Middle School in the fall, and we're excited. It's going to be new digs for us. So setting up a new salon is going to be really exciting. Lots of things that the girls will be able to do, and maybe we'll get some non-traditional students. It'd be nice to have some men to come into the program. Um, let's slide up to the first one. Like I said, we're going to have a virtual class Monday and Friday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we'll meet while we're in class, 8:30 to 10:30. It'll give them a couple of hours to get the theory and learn about the things that we're going to do in cosmetology. Next, Lindsay. With the virtual days, there'll be a lot of theory, cosmetology history, professional image, communications, anatomy and physiology, infection control, chemistry and electric basics, properties of the hair and the scalp, principles of hair designs. Throughout these subjects that we use, we like to work with our books and our workbooks so that they can get a good feeling about the things that they have to do. With COVID being like it is, students have had to learn first things, disinfectant and sanitations, because it's too hard to work with other people unless you do know those things to start with. So that's usually the first thing that we do when we come into class. Once we do our things to show where we are and the different, get our books and everything together and our kits, the next thing we do is disinfectant. It's the most important thing in this program because you can get very sick. Practicing skills that are in the lab, they involve shampooing and rinsing and conditioning and hair cutting, hair removal, facials, facial makeup, the nail structures and growth. They learned artificial nails and gel nails. They do pedicures and manicures. We have a hair coloring class. We have a hair cutting class. These things are all involved throughout the days that we're in class. Every day they have a new demonstration, and then they get the opportunity to continue to practice those. Next. Here's a few pictures of our spa. Girls that are getting waxings, facials. They're trained in all of the procedures that you have to do, the draping and the sanitation experiences are with every cosmetology program. The girls really like the facials. It's one of their favorite things to do. We do a lot of fun things. You can see these pictures, Christmas, gory makeup. We've had a really good time with it. My daughter, Sarah K. Rondo, she's also my assistant. And even before she came to work for COOR, she was someone from the outside as a hairdresser herself and owning a beauty salon and an esthetician. And she was able to help these students with something that was a little bit more exciting than just cosmetology. Here's our hair cutting classes. The students learn basic hair cutting, and then they learn a few short haircuts. They learn buzzes, and they learn flat tops and fades, and the infinite mullet has come back, and they've had a chance to do a little bit on that too. You know, what goes around comes around. So anything that you have in fashion, and it's always going to come back. So the girls enjoy it. That's the first thing they want to do when they get there. They want to know when they're going to get their scissors so they can learn how to cut hair. We have a lot of students that love nails. They're very talented. we have lots of products that they can work with, and they do artificial nails, they do gel nails, regular manicures. They work on each other. They work on, I don't think I have any. Oh yeah, you can see in the one picture that she's working on a hand. So lots of times they can pair up, but if you don't have a partner, or when you're learning, you have to work with a hand. Next. Shampooing, scalp treatments, all of those things are involved with hair cutting and with hairdressing. And the girls really enjoy it. Even Mr. Belts, he got a chance to get a scalp treatment and he really enjoyed it. The girls had a good time with it, and it was a chance for them to really be able to do something to someone out of their realm. The mandatory uniform, black or khaki pants. We're probably going to stay with just the black. Smocks and ID badges, closed-toe shoes, plain colored shirts, and naturally your smile. You need to be uniform because that's state mandate. Just like nurses, they have to wear scrubs. Cosmetology students need to wear capes and some type of a uniform. So it's a little crazy, but the fact that we're going to be in the schools, students will be with their lockers and they'll be able to bring things. So it's not going to be a problem, I don't think, for our dress code. Next. Code of conduct. This is a very important one because it's participation, being on time, using your time wisely while you're in class, not to waste your time. You're coming there for a reason. You want to learn how to be a cosmetologist. Coming in with your uniform, authenticity of my work, and try your best to respect each other. Everybody's different. It's not a problem if you're different. It's a problem if you're differential. Next. The grading criteria, 35% for theory. Theory is something that we do pretty much every day because there's always theory with every application and every demonstration. Also 35% for your practical work, 20% for your ethics. So if you come in with a bad day, you're going to lose 20%. If you have a problem, you probably should talk to your teacher, but you need to be in a good place when you come in. Daily participation and be ready to work when you come in. And then homework is required before tests. And if you don't have the homework, that's a great big fat 0. So it's nice to have the homework done because it helps with your grade at the end of the test. The career choices in cosmetology are amazing. Cosmetologist, a nail technician, skincare expert, makeup artist, salon or spa manager, wedding and event stylist, esthetician. My daughter is about every one of those things, and I'm about half of them, or a little over half. And you can do anything. Well, hello, Nikki. How are you? Nice to see you.
Hi there.
Hi. The career choices are just so many of them. We've had students that have been in this program and have graduated from Kirtland, and now they work in places like Treetops and Garland and in fancy spas, and they're not even standing behind the chair doing hair. So it's pretty exciting. Next. If you have any questions, you can stay right on and we'll chat a little bit. Both of the websites are up for COOR and also for Facebook COOR. And you can use the little, I guess you call it a price. I don't know, what do you call those little things? Oh, those scan things. When you go to those things, you can just put your phone right up to it and you'll get the picture for COOR and you can see a lot of more things about it. I think I'm very excited about being back in the schools, or at least more together than we've been for the last couple of years. I think that it'll
Yes.
be, well, I like to work with other classes because my girls would like to, and boys that I have had boys in my classes, and I'd like to connect with the other programs and, you know, swap services, maybe get a fingerprint from Mr. Lowe, or maybe find out about how to change a tire on your car from Casey, and just learning to do things for other people in your programs, and it gives them confidence, these girls.
I have a question for you, MJ.
Okay, Becky.
Do the students do hair coloring in the first year or
We do
second?
hair cutting in the first semester, and we do hair color in the second semester. Hair coloring is almost more, I guess I would have to say, advanced. So we don't like to just turn them loose with scissors and color.
Oh, sure.
Because, well, and mostly because they're too anxious to go home and do it themselves. And, you know, everybody likes color correction in the salon, but I don't like color correction in the classroom because I don't have time to fix it the way it should be done. So we like to make it a little bit later on into the program. This year, because of pandemic, we didn't do hair cutting until January anyway. We had no time to do it in the first semester. So it worked out pretty good this way, because then we had a lot to do when we got back in. But they
Right.
love color. They're looking forward. We're
Oh,
starting
I
tomorrow.
bet. So can you also talk more about the almost medical part that you go over, like the scalp and the hands?
Right. When you learn about massage, you learn about all of the parts of the head, the shoulders, the hands. Mostly what we learn is physiology, and it's mostly the muscles and the nerves and the places that are for massage, because we do massage for scalp. We use massage for pedicures, manicures, and we also do massage for facials. So they learn all of the cranial nerves and bones, and it's pretty intense for them when they learn it. It's kind of a minimum with the core program, because we only teach them the 4 massage movements for the things that we do. As they get on into the second year of the program, now they're going to be learning more and more, and they'll learn more facial maneuvers, and the pedicure situations are a little different with second year, because we start introducing them to products that are better for your health. But the program really gets into disinfectant a lot first. And then as we go on, you learn the muscles and the nerves, and the bones, and how you can mess them up.
That sounds fascinating. Not the messing up part, just the learning about that.
No, well, I got to tell you, physiology, I had a anatomy and physiology when I was doing my associates, and I learned what you have, how you screw it up, and if you can fix it. And I think that that's the kind of a program that we have with our cosmetology program, because not only does it tell you what it is, and it tells you what it works for, it tells you how you can mess it up, and it also can tell you if you can even fix it, or if you're allowed to fix it. You know, we teach students about nail problems, nail diseases, scalp and hair diseases, and they learn all of these things because we are not doctors. So they need to know the things that they cannot do or don't have to do, that they need to refer their client to a physician. So it's a pretty good program in that. And I know a lot of students, not to go away from my own program, But a lot of students take this kind of a course, they go all the way to the end, and then they go on into something more, nursing or something like that. I have about 6 hairdressers who are also nurses, and they still do both jobs. It's just such a stepping stone for their lives. They can, I mean, it's a short career. It's a productive career. All of these programs, it's not going to take you 7 years to get to the end of it. And you're going to be able to go out right now and make money. And then if you decide you want to go into something else, well, you can still do that, but you still have to eat. I have a student in my class right now that would like to be a nurse, but I see hairdresser when I see her. And when I see her work, I know she's a good hairdresser already. So I expect her to take the course all the way to the end and graduate and get her license and maybe work for a little while in the salon so she can pay for her nursing.
All right. My question is, and maybe you went over this, is for cosmetology, how is the job market in our local area here?
Well, you think you might have a lot of salons, but we have 5 salons in our town and a barber shop in St. Helen. And I know you have a lot too. And there's always room for cosmetologists and barbers. It's people move around a little bit. They don't always stay right where they are. Sometimes when they graduate, they leave the area. But I would have to say, because I work at Kirtland also as a cosmetology instructor, and a lot of my students still stay in this area. They may not be right in Roscommon, but the job market is very good. You can walk out of cosmetology school with your license, and you can walk into a salon and go to work. You may have to work under somebody for a little while, but you should work under somebody anyways, because it's good practice for you, and you're not totally controlling everything yet because you don't know everything. But the market is pretty good. My daughter, well, we'd love to hire someone right now, but because of the pandemic, we're not working together. We have a small salon, my daughter and I, and if 4 of us are in there, her and I and 2 clients, there's not enough space between us. So for the last year, we've been 1 client and 1 hairdresser. So we've been kind of managing there. But I have friends in West Branch that have 11 hairdressers, and she's never without hairdressers. If somebody leaves, she hires somebody else. So, and few other ones that are around. Houghton Lake is a very big place, and the salons there have 5 or 6 girls in them. That help you with your question?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Welcome. And I got to tell you something about the job market as a hairdresser. You could be your own hairdresser. You could open your own salon and you could make money doing that. And everybody is looking for somebody to do their hair because everybody is busy. So everybody has a sign out for help wanted, and everybody would love to have another hairdresser in the salon because there's so much work to do.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for the information. I have to get moving,
Okay.
but thank you and look forward to meeting you next year.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much for joining in tonight.
Of course. Bye-bye.
Bye.